Out here at Performance Powder Coating today, working on their compressor they use for sandblasting. We got a leak. Let me show you. So the compressor is right there. It does all your air pressurization, and this right here is like a, let me zoom out a little bit. This right here is your oil reservoir. And right down here, we got, see that clean spot down there? That's an oil leak. Let me zoom back in on it. Maybe, let's see here. That's oil leak right there. This thing is leaking pretty bad. So, they called me out. They want me to pull this tank off so we can get it welded up. I've got the oil draining now. Been draining for a minute. Looks like it's getting about full. Oh look, perfect timing. About ran out. Well, anyway, let's get this thing apart. See what it's all about. I never pulled one apart, but it ain't much to it. It doesn't look like. So let's see what's up. Matter of fact, I'm going to use this video as a reference. Small line runs up here. This line right here runs to there. This line right here. This line right here runs to there, which means this line runs down there. Apparently, I've lost my 9/16. Just have to make do with what we got. That ain't gonna work. Golly, that ain't gonna work. Third time's the charm, right? I think we'll wrap this up a little bit better than with tape when we put it back together. See them vibrating together, it's done worn that pretty good, and then it's worn the pipe pretty good too right here. Not as bad, but we'll take care of that going back together with it. Alright, right here we got two connectors that look about the same. See that? Rather than remember which goes where, I'm going to paint them to match. There you go. Looks like I've got 4 tubes to disconnect here. Alright, this one right here, disconnected. It doesn't really go to anything except for this outlet. Disconnect it. We'll drop that one. We'll drop that one. We'll loosen this up and that connection will slide out. And then what are we going to do up here? I don't know yet, but we're going to do something. Probably going to leave all this hooked together. And then just pull that fitting off right there and leave it all assembled. I don't think it's going to get in the way too much. Once we do that, we'll get our bolts out and we'll roll on. Let's see how this goes. Now, this one here, let me see if I can get it in here. This one here does not have a screw fitting, so we're going to have to loosen that bracket right there up so that hose will twist, right? Let me focus it in there, right there. We'll loosen that U-bolt up. Alright, so I'm pulling the clamps off right here. Between that joint. Saw me pull the other one off. Now we'll unbolt these, and that should take care of it. I bet they're 15/16, so I grabbed a 7/8. What an idiot! I'll bet I put an impact on them too. Now, this thing is shimmed. To assist with all the alignment, the pipe alignments we got going on here. So I'm going to make sure to get my shims out of that one. Notice how I left that screwed in there. That's to hold that shim in place. And I'll get it in a minute. I'm going to get these other ones out. This side is also shimmed. But they're a little easier to manage. Let's get this other one out, maybe. Hold on. Before we take this other one out, we're going to go ahead and loosen this line up here, because it's obvious that we're about to make a mess if we don't. That's why I keep sliding out. Usually I don't like to show y'all how weak I am, but I'm gonna do it here, I guess. See how heavy this thing is. She pretty stout. Man, she's nasty too. Golly. Nope. Just like that. It ain't lightweight, I'll tell you that much. It ain't lightweight, but it is out, and we're gonna carry it to the welder, and I'll show y'all that spot on there a little bit better now that we can see it. But we're gonna carry it to the welder, get it welded up, and then get it put back in here. You can see now that we got in the sunshine and the tank off, you see right there that little fracture. This bracket's probably supporting, well, Well, it is supporting a lot of weight. That's a heavy tank. And then as everything vibrates and moves around and does what it does for hours and hours and hours, that metal get weak and it fractured right there. So it's gonna get welded up. The tank doesn't look, you know, move that off. It doesn't look like its integrity has been compromised. Just somebody knows what they're doing can weld that up and clean it up, weld it up, and maybe keep it from leaking for a little while.